Good afternoon, and welcome to Chapter 3 Recovering a Sense of Power. Now, you may have noticed that my hair's in a towel. That is because it has been a full week, and I was realizing that I was stressing out over trying to make my hair look good. So I showered for you, I put a little makeup on, I wore some earrings. However, I said, I feel like going out in my towel. And my daughter said, do it, just do it. And because 2016 is one of those, or a year that I want to put more fun into my life, I thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to reclaim my power and go out in a towel. And then I have a little something, something in there to spruce it up a bit. Anyway, so there are a lot of things in this chapter that are really critical. There's things about shaming, there's things about growth, there's things about various things. What I want to talk to you about is synchronicity. Because synchronicity to me is my favorite part of this entire book and part of what I really love in life. And synchronicity is when you start to put it out there to the universe, to God, whomever you want to put it out there to, things begin to happen. The world goes, oh, you want to become a writer? Here, let me open that door for you. And if you have the courage and the strength to walk through that door with his or her or whomever's help, more doors will continue to open for you. And I know that firsthand. I have seen it with my writing. It occurred to me this past week that I was shut down by a college professor. Well, 15 years ago, the door was actually opened up for me by a college professor with it was a continuing ed class I had taken up at Northwest Community College in Winstead. And she had asked us, oh, actually, one of the things in this book, in one of the chapters, said, write about your childhood home. And so I did. And she read it, or I read it in class, whatever it was, and she invited me to join her group for the day to read my story to her writing group outside the college. And I did, and I was nervous. And one of the people came up to me afterwards and said, you know what, you should consider coming to our writers group. Normally in the past, I would have said, oh no, I don't think I'm not that good, I can't do that. I looked at her and I said, when do you meet? And I went through that door, and I cannot tell you how many wonderful, supportive people I came across. I had people say to me, who are you? Because my writing meant that much to them. It happens time and time again. From there, I read my stories in public, and I would have people come up to me and say, I'm so glad you read that story. And it was usually a story I was afraid to read because I was afraid I'd be judged for it. And I knew I needed to read that story. So synchronicity is so wonderful, a little freaky thing when it first begins to happen, because you get blown away by it. That's all I can tell you. So I want you to start looking for synchronicity in your life starting this week, and I would love to hear some of your stories. Some of you have already done this. Please share your stories online, and let us know how things go. I have more synchronicity stories I can't even go into because there's just too many. But I wanted to talk a little bit about critics and shaming and that kind of thing, a little bit about being a beginner artist as well. So true to form, trying to keep it real along with the towel on my head, is these are two pieces of art that I have done because of the Artist's Way. They are not what I would consider to be good. This one's not finished. This one is, got a lot of blank spaces. However, I was afraid to even use a canvas because I was afraid I would ruin it. Well, you know what? Ocean State Job Lot has these for really cheap down there, and the paints are really inexpensive. So I decided one night I was just going to write as many different words as I wanted to that meant something to me on the one canvas. And then the other one, I took the time to go out to Northfield in Litchfield, Connecticut, where the daffodil fields are. One of my favorite places, and I love bringing people there. I just brought my little chair and brought my paints and that canvas, and I just sat down and I started it. Now, I want to go back. It's been a few years since I did it, but at the time it served its purpose. I want to go back and now really just dot the daffodils in, because when I got to the daffodils, I went, oh my gosh, how am I supposed to paint 50 million daffodils, so I didn't do anything further. So now I just want to go back out there, sit, relax, and finish the job. So keep your eyes open for synchronicity in your life. keep their morning pages going. Go a little harder on it if you can this week. Remember to do your artist state and enjoy the process. Have a great week.